It's probably literally just me smiling for 5 minutes in the beginning of the video, but look at it. It's just sitting.
Oh my God, there it goes. Oh.
It's a Christmas miracle.
It's a Christmas miracle. Oh.
I'm live. Hi, friends. It's 2:23 p.m. on Sunday. So if you're watching it at that time, then hello, you are live. If you're watching it at any other time, then hello, this is the replay. Just drop hashtag replay in the comments so I know that you guys are watching it after. So I just wanted to kind of talk to you about the state of our business, about the state of a lot of small businesses. So I want to wait until a few of you get on so then we can chat about this, because this is actually nationwide. It's not just us. I mean, it's like a blessing, but it's not, because it's like, thank God it's not just us, but it's a freaking problem. So I kind of just wanted to talk about it again, talk about like the state of what is going on in our business and reasons behind things, right, Matt?
Yes.
Because
Things are happening the way
why things are happening the way they are, because
I don't think y'all understand.
I think that 90% understand,
Yeah,
and then we have 10% who don't understand. It's like when we had COVID, right? When the world had COVID and all businesses stopped and all businesses only had either a very few amount of people or certain people in there, right? Specifically, specific times, yada, yada, yada. And then 90% of the world was like, it's fine, take your time. And then you had the 10% that was like, are you effing kidding me? Where's my stuff? I'm going to be a freaking jerk. So I kind of wanted to just chat with you guys about why we are at 8 to 10 business days on shipping. So I need you guys to totally, and like, I think I need you guys to just practice patience. And that's just not with me. That's with this entire United States. So if you have been living under a rock for the past month, actually for the past year, unemployment continues to extend. They continue to extend people's money to be at home for various reasons. And that creates, and I don't want this to get political, because some people can't work because they have their kids at home. They need the unemployment. Some people just want to be at home because they don't feel like freaking working. And then some people are making more, because minimum wage, you have to remember, all over the United States is different. So some people are making more on unemployment than not. So with that being said, we are at 8 to 10 business days, and I am trying to hire people. No one is applying. I have reached out to people. I have texted them, called them, they filled out applications, and then literally nobody calls back, or they call back and they come in and then they don't show up for their first day of work, or they call back and they come in and a month in, they are literally, quite frankly, just not the best employees that I have to let go of, because why am I paying people $16 an hour to sit in the bathroom for 2 hours, 3 hours a day? Quite frankly. Okay. So it's not that I am lazy. It's not that I don't want to hire people or that I don't want to spend the money, but no one wants to work right now. And it is a nationwide problem. Restaurants. I know for me in Myrtle Beach, restaurants are only able to sit about half of their tables, not because of COVID, but because they do not have enough employees to actually work. So the waits in Myrtle Beach are currently like 2 to 3 hours, which is completely absurd. But how can you get mad at these restaurant employees when they've been hiring for so long and nobody's applying? Yeah. So again, if you've been living under a rock for a month, you won't know this. But if you haven't, you will know this is a nationwide issue. There are not employees. There's not enough employees to fill yes, there are enough employees, but most of them are choosing not to go back to work for whatever reasons they're choosing. So we are at 8 to 10 business days on shipping. I am sorry. I am trying to hire. I even posted saying I'm hiring multiple positions. Fuck, I would hire 5 to 6 people if I could. To catch up and keep them. That's what we did.
Yeah, of course.
We hired part-time staff up the ass and kept them.
They all turned into full-time.
And we kept them. You know what I mean? I have no problem doing that. But the problem is I can't hire anybody because nobody wants a job. Like straight up, that is facts. Okay? Nobody wants a job. And you can't say, oh, Pam, then you should go in and package. I have my own business duties to do at this job, and Matt doesn't even work in this business. So I am busy sourcing product, which is as you notice, we've been a little light on new products because I am busy sourcing it. I'm busy sourcing. I'm busy trying to pay, obviously, pay the people who are calling me all day telling me I have this ready to ship and this not ready to ship, right? I am busy trying to hire people, wasting my time interviewing people that don't even show back up or whatever, right?
Call or text or...
I am busy posting ads to find people to be hired. I am busy delegating tasks to the girls, making sure that all the mess ups that are occurring, that I am taking care of those. I am in and out of answering emails throughout the day. I am busy myself. So I cannot go in and package. It's just not a possibility because then otherwise, guess what? The business would end. Another thing that people are going to say is, why don't you have more people package instead of selling more? Because I have a few reasons. One, we only have 6 packing stations. We have 6 people all day long packaging. 2, I'm not going to burn out my employees and tell them to work 18-hour shifts to continue to work at night. 3, because guess what? I pay our employees from the money that you guys are purchasing with. So if I halt business and tell them to stop tell them to stop selling, 1, they don't even have a place to package. And 2, no money's coming in, which means I cannot pay my employees to continue working. I have 14 employees that I am paying, and I'm not paying them peanuts. 3 of them are getting high salaries, like higher than some teachers are making. So I'm just going to be completely transparent with that. And the least amount that our employees are making are $14 an hour. That is what they are starting out at. $14 an hour. Minimum wage in South Carolina is $7.25. Granted, minimum wage here right now is $12 an hour. It's still $2 above, but minimum wage in most places are around $7 to $9 an hour. So I am paying more than a living wage, which is most than what most places are paying. So I need money to be coming in so that I can pay these people to send your stuff out. So I cannot.
To send your stuff out.
And to continue to house things underneath the warehouse because I have to pay my rent for my warehouse. So I am trying. I cannot hire people that do not come to me. I don't know what else to do other than go to Target and start asking people at the Target checkout if they want to work for me instead of Target. And I feel like that's shady. So I can't do that. So I am sorry. I am trying to get people in the door. Trust me, I am trying. I literally cannot force people to work for me. I can't. You know what I mean? And I don't know what else to do. And I have people emailing that are super, super patient about it. I have people who are emailing that have things that should have been shipped out. We don't know why they haven't, so we print their label and ship them. But then I have people who are like, at the 7th, 8th business day, and they're cussing me out in the email. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I can't make it go any faster than it is. We are doing literally every possible thing that we can. We have girls coming in on the weekends that work. They were only supposed to work for me part-time 3 nights a week, and they're taking time away from their families on the weekends and coming in to package for you. Megan is working about 80 hours a week. She's a lunatic. I don't force her to do that. Trust me, she wants to do it. Megan is working like a lunatic. Chelsea has been working extra. I work around the clock, so that's a moot point, right? And these part-time girls are working full-time hours to try and get these things out as quickly as possible. So right now, the last time I checked, we were shipping, I want to say April 13th or 12th. 12th or 13th. It was in like a lump. It was in like a lump because we print in lumps. It was like the 12th to the 14th is one lump. So once we finish that pile, we'll be moving on to the 15th. Okay? So if we're, and give or take. So if you guys are like 4/9 or before, definitely shoot us an email. If there's no pre-order attached, right? Shoot us an email and say, hey, I have an order from 4/9 or 4/8, 4/7, whatever it is. I'm just wondering, when is the stuff going to get shipped out? Did something happen? And chances are it got lost in a pile or got lost in the mix, or there's an item we couldn't find. So the girls are looking for it, whatever the reason may be. We would be happy to answer that. But please, please, please don't email and be like, it's been 4 days. I mean, I have people literally saying, it's been 9 days since I ordered. And I'm like, you ordered on a Saturday. We don't work Saturdays and Sundays. And then the following Saturday and Sunday doesn't count either. So they're like getting rowdy over something not shipping after 5 days. And I'm like, you got another 5 days to go. So you're going to have to take it down a notch. Okay. So I'm telling you right now, it's not because I'm lazy. It's not because I don't feel like hiring people. It's not because I'm like, we got this, calm down. It's because nobody wants to work. I'm trying. The girls are trying. And quite honestly, I feel bad for Chelsea because she comes in on Monday and she's got to answer all of the rowdy ass people that are yelling at us in the email. And I just feel so bad. Another thing, guys, pre-orders. Please, 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 I'm begging you. When you order something as a pre-order, read what it says at the top for the date. I've had people emailing me the entire month of April saying, where is this? When the pre-order said coming in April. And I think, is April over? No? Then why are we worried about it right now? You know what I mean? Like, I understand you want your stuff. I want it to get to you too, but unfortunately, I can't make it get to me any faster. April means April 1st to April 31st, right? So for instance, the biker shorts, they are not arriving until the tail end of next week, which is the last of the April month. We will get them out probably within the next few days after they get in. We barcode them, we get them. So that is another thing, guys, that is really important. Pre-orders take priority. These people have been waiting 6 to 8 weeks. Some have been waiting since January for their April pre-orders. So pre-orders take priority. So what happens is if somebody ordered a pre-order in January, it comes in this week, let's say Monday, we will barcode it Tuesday and it will get out on Wednesday, which means all of the other orders that have been ordered are sitting and waiting until those pre-orders are done being packaged. We were bombarded with a ton of pre-orders at once. 7 in 2 weeks we got packaged. And you know our pre-orders are bitchin', like they're rocking. So like we're not talking like 20 pre-orders here and there. We're talking like 300, 400 of each pre-order, okay? So it could be a lot. And I even hosted a competition last week for my packagers. And I told them whoever gets the most amount of items per hour packaged for the hours that they worked will get a gift card. I home when they were babies longer than I did. I would have as well. So I'm glad that she's staying home. Clearly, she's still a really close family friend. We just saw her yesterday. And there's always the possibility that maybe one day they'll move down to Myrtle and work for me in Myrtle. That door is also open. So, but like I said, thunderstorms that turned rainbows. She's still with us, obviously. She's still commenting on our stuff. And we're just very, very lucky to have been blessed with Joyce for 3 years. You know what I mean? Like, we had a really good run with her. She was a great employee, a great friend. She watched the kids grow up, and we were lucky to have her for as long as we did, you know? Yeah. And now she'll be home with her baby and sending pictures of the babe, but...
She was the first person Grayson pooped for in the warehouse.
She was the first person Grayson pooped for in the warehouse. And then the only person he would let wipe his butt in the warehouse. But they're good. The baby's good. Craig is good. They're doing really, really great. Joycey looks... Mary's outside. Joycey looks happy. You know, the baby is so cute. There's those boundaries now of COVID, right? Where you just want to grab a baby and hug them. But like, if mom, aka Joycey, doesn't say like, hey, do you want to hold him? I don't want to be the one to ask because I understand. I was in Disney, right? I was just in Disney a few weeks ago. I was in South Carolina. I kind of bop back and forth. I know they don't go out as much as we do. So maybe we were at the garage sale. We were touching a ton of stuff. So I'm like, maybe she didn't want me to. Maybe she didn't think to ask. But, you know, I'm not offended by it. It's a very strange time we live in. And I don't want to hold anybody's baby and potentially get them sick. I love those goggles. So I didn't get to snug him, but I did touch his little toes because they were so cute. And I was goo-goo-gagging all over her. That's it. No, they are not coming back.
Righteous, brah.
And please don't ever mention those names again. We don't need that bad juju brought upon us. I said, we don't need that bad juju. We don't need the bad juju brought upon us.
Oh.
This is that bad juju. And we don't need it. We're leaving the bad juju. We cut the bad juju out. You guys know how like just some people come in a business and then they don't fit in, and it's not because like you're like, oh, they're not part of the squad or whatever. They're just not a good fit.
Maui, leave her alone, dude.
People, and then not everybody has a good heart, right? I mean, let's be real. And this is my small business, my small family business, and I gotta take care of the crew that's there that cares about the business as much as I do. And we separate with people for multiple reasons. Some have babies, some get fired for awful reasons, right? Some people quit and because they're not happy, right? It's just like any job, right? Multiple reasons why people leave. I'm friends with probably half of the employees who have left before, and then I'm not friends with half of the employees who've left before, because not everybody leaves jobs on a good note. Some people leave really ugly, and that's their choice. And if somebody doesn't want to be working in my establishment, I don't want them working in my establishment either. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want them, you don't want that bad juju. You go into work, if you hate your job, anybody who's on here who hates their job, right? If you hate your job, you go into work, you're pissed, you're bringing the bad juju, right? You're in a pissy mood, you don't like what you're doing, you're bringing everyone else down, and quite frankly, I don't want that for you as much as you don't want that for you, and I don't want that for my business, and I don't want that for my other employees who do like their jobs. So it's kind of, what did somebody compare that as? A cancer. I had a therapist. I was talking to a therapist, right? And they said, she said basically that, what was I getting to? I forget what I was saying.
That having that in the business.
Oh, having that in the business is kind of like a cancer, right? And I'm not, obviously cancer is very serious, but when it's one person and then it starts spreading, you know what I mean, to all the other, it doesn't stop. So you kind of want to nip that in the bud and have that conversation of, hey, are you happy with your job? And if you are not, how do we fix it? I've done things where I've moved people throughout the warehouse and it's fixed it. I've done things where I've moved people throughout the warehouse and it hasn't fixed it. They still are miserable. So, like with any job, people leave, people come, people go. And and the thing is, I don't, right. You don't see the bad stuff. And it's because I don't want to be like, oh, so-and-so sucks. You know what I mean? Like, oh, and so-and-so did this and so-and-so did that. And, they have signed a non-disclosure with our business. And while I haven't signed a non-disclosure with them, I also don't feel that it is right for me to go blasting their business everywhere either. You know what I mean? The good or the bad or the ugly. Like Joycey, I love her. She has great things happening, but it's not my business to share, to say she's doing X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? So it's like, I won't share the good and I'm not going to share the bad unless said person gives me permission. Do you get what I'm saying? Like when Chelsea got engaged, it wasn't my news to share. I was stoked about it. I let her share the news. You know what I mean? And when people go through hardships, it's not my news to share. Rebecca was out for 2 weeks. Guess what? Not my news to share. She's back, obviously, but not my news to share. So it's kind of one of those things. All right. So that's that. We just don't want any bad juju. So if people are gone, they're gone. We don't talk about them. And it's not because we hate them. It's not because we love them. It's just because they're no longer with the business, and there's no point in talking about them, right? Yeah. And I know you guys, it upsets some of you. You make connections and stuff. Trust me, it sucks for me too. But at the end of the day, it's a business, and the people who want to surround themselves with me and my family and my crew after the business, once they leave the business, is them. Like we have a huge family that have, Crystal, Lenny, all of those people who have left and that we still speak to. So that's that. Okay. So yes, shipping is at 8 to 10 days. Okay. So hello, there are some Pam dresses left.
TV package.
Yeah, they bought a TV package. A lot of the decorations that are still standing, they bought as well. So we got lucky because, one, they liked our taste, and two, now we don't have to move anything out of the house. Is Tessa being a nasty, rude bitch?
He deserves it.
Oh, okay. She's had enough of this shit.
Yep. I don't blame her.
Karen, freebies are only sent out every 4 to 6 weeks. Just because they're free items. So we kind of do it when we can. It's not priority, just because, again, it's It's a freebie, right? I know you weren't asking it in like a bad way. I know you better than that. Grayson is good. He's fine. We took him to the freaking doctor last night because he said my leg feels weird, and I was like, I'm too paranoid for this shit. Go to the hospital. First of all, everybody was barfing and coughing in there, so I 10 out of 10 don't recommend going to the ER unless like somebody's dying. But no, the doctor said he's completely fine. He's just growing, and he's probably just tired. So he's fine. But thank you for asking. We're moving to the fertile Myrtle. That's what we call it, the fertile Myrtle. Yeah, we're moving to Myrtle. We'll be living in the condo for probably, 8 or 9 months,
yeah.
until our house is built. We're building a house on a lake in a really nice community in Carolina Forest. And we're going to live our very best lives down there. We had like a come to Jesus moment one night, and we decided that we were going to live smaller and that I didn't want to work like the way I'm working, from the time I open my eyes to the time I close my eyes. I want to pass some responsibilities. And if that means that sales go down slightly, and I live smaller, then I don't have to stress about it. I don't have to stress about, because the bills to the warehouse and to my girls go before us. So if we make, I don't know, let's say we make, I don't know, $10,000 profit this week or something, right? That money goes to paying the warehouse first, it goes to paying the bills in the warehouse first, and it goes to paying the girls first. So that's why Matt still has his job, because we always say if we don't make enough money, we need to make sure our employees are paid before we are. So then that way Matt's salary can always cover our other bills. So we decided that we wanted to live smaller so that I didn't have to rely on any of the money from the business. Right. To be able to live our lives.
Put ourselves in a position where we'll be okay.
Yeah, we'll be fine, and we don't have to
Regardless,
stress,
yeah.
and the girls can kind of take the reign, and I don't have a mental breakdown like I almost did a few months ago. So the houses down there are significantly cheaper. We are building our house for about $500,000, and we are using about 200 of the profit that we're making off of this to put a down payment. So our mortgage is going to be like $1,800, $2,000 a month max. Which if you're from New Jersey,
Yes, I was just gonna say that.
if you're from New Jersey,
relative,
you know that's like cheap AF.
Yes.
Because we're paying like $4,000 now a month. Taxes down there, guys, are going to be like $2,000, whereas in New Jersey we're paying $13,000 a year in taxes. So I'm really, really excited. I told you guys, I'm extra, but I'm not. You know what I mean? Like
Right,
a lot of people, people joke, like, this is Matt's phone, okay? And people are always like, well, his phone has a crack in it and it has your old case on it. We are not, like, look how dirty the speaker is. Like, we are not people that just blow money.
Yeah.
The only place that we're comfortable blowing money is when we're traveling.
Yes.
If we travel, we take it in. We wanna go in, right, on traveling, which we haven't been able to do. But we're not the type of, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. This isn't broken. It's still fully functioning. We're going to ride this phone out until it breaks. And then what's going to happen is I'll get a new phone. Matt will get my old phone, and we'll just rotate it.
We're not buying 2 new phones.
No.
We're going to hand me down.
And people are like, don't you have money? And I'm like, I do, but why am I going to blow it on this? Like, who know, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. 1 week I might need that money. I don't know what goes on. So it's funny because we're just not those people. And we bought this house, and it's great, and it's grand, and it wasn't cheap. It was $750,000 when we bought it. And mortgage payments are expensive, and it's just like I don't want to live like that anymore. I don't want to live where on a Sunday I'm like, oh my God, I have to like post a million things and worry about making sales so that I can afford to pay the extra overage on this mortgage, and then worry about the girls' pay and our cars and stuff. So I'm like, I don't want to be that person anymore. So we're gonna buy a house that is within our budget. It's going to be everything I have wanted and more. Again, I am not like over the top extravagant type of person. I have a nice car. I love my nice car. You know what I mean? But like, I don't need like $20,000 in a living room floor with a
And
million
the guys
designs
like,
in
the
it.
guys like, we can build you a fancy walk-in closet.
I'm like,
with
I don't
these
need
nice
that.
shelves
I
and
don't
these
need that. I just need a rack to just hang my stuff
I'm
on.
like, I need wire racks.
I just need
He
a
goes,
wire rack.
really?
Yeah, that's all I need. I want a fancy ass kitchen. I cook all the time. You guys know this. I want a fancy ass kitchen. I want nice ass bathrooms because let's be real, who wants to renovate a freaking bathroom? Okay. And then the rest of the house can be just like it is now.
I have one must-have, and that's the big, massive back door that
Oh,
just
yeah.
opens wide.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
gonna be
yeah, yeah.
Four panels that stack on top of each other. That's my only request.
But that's within the price that he
Yeah,
quoted us
yeah,
and
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
we've got all of that, all of the things that I want kind of quoted into that price, minus like the expensive ass kitchen appliances that I
Appliances,
want, which
yeah.
we've saved
Saved
for.
our asses off.
I've just been saving for. We haven't been traveling,
Right.
so I took the money that we would
Right.
normally travel and saved it for that.
Yeah.
We're building in Carolina Forest in Waterbridge. It's across the way from our old land in Plantation Lakes. So we're going to build in there. We have what? A quarter of an acre? A third of an acre?
About
a half of an acre?
Third of an acre.
A third of an acre. And it's on a lake, and we're not allowed to have like motorized boats, but you're allowed to have like hand motor boats. So we're just gonna get like a tiny little, like a tiny little what are they called?
Like pedal boat
like a
or-
dinghy boat or
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
and kind of cruise around the neighborhood.
We're so poor, we have to use cardboard
Oh
for
my
Mallory's
God!
bed.
Stop. So yeah, we're trying, not that we're downsizing. The house is actually going to be larger than it is here, to be honest. But it's going to be everything I wanted and more. It's going to be where I want to be, and it's going to be significantly cheaper. And I feel like I can live a better quality of life there. One, because it's warmer out and the boys and I can actually be outside enjoying ourselves. But two, I don't have to stress like I do now. Yeah, we could do kayaks. We have kayaks.
Yeah.
So Matt,
Stand-up paddleboard.
oh, the farm. We drive past the farm all the time. Girls pay and our cars and stuff. So I'm like, I don't want to be that person anymore. So we're gonna buy a house that is within our budget. It's going to be everything I have wanted and more. Again, I'm not like over the top extravagant type of person. I have a nice car. I love my nice car. You know what I mean? But like, I don't need like $20,000 in a living room floor with a million
And the guys
designs
like,
in
the
it.
guys like, we can build you a fancy walk-in closet.
I'm like,
with
I don't
these
need
nice
that.
shelves
I don't
and
need
these
that.
nice-
I just need a rack to
like,
just hang my stuff
I'm
on.
like, I need wire racks.
I just need
He
a
goes,
wire rack.
really?
Yeah, that's all I need. I want a fancy ass kitchen. I cook all the time. You guys know this. I want a fancy ass kitchen. I want nice ass bathrooms because let's be real, who wants to renovate a freaking bathroom? Okay. And then the rest of the house can be just like it is now.
I have one must-have, and that's the big, massive back door that
Oh,
just
yeah.
opens wide.
Yeah,
It's gonna
yeah,
be
yeah, yeah.
Four panels that stack on top of each other. That's my only request.
But that's within the price that he
Yeah,
quoted us
yeah,
and
yeah,
everything.
yeah,
So
yeah.
we've got all of that, all of the things that I want kind of quoted into that price, minus like the expensive ass kitchen appliances that I want, which
yeah.
we've saved
Our
for.
asses off.
I've just
for,
been
so.
saving for. We haven't been traveling,
Right.
so I took the money that we would
Right.
normally travel and saved it for that.
Yeah.
We're building in Carolina Forest in Waterbridge. It's across the way from our old land in Plantation Lakes. So we're going to build in there. We have what? A quarter of an acre? A third of an acre?
About
a half of an acre?
Third of an acre.
A third of an acre. And it's on a lake, and we're not allowed to have like motorized boats, but you're allowed to have like hand motor boats. So we're just gonna get like a tiny little, like a tiny little what are they called?
Like pedal boat
like a
or-
dinghy boat or
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
and kind of cruise around the neighborhood.
We're so poor, we have to use cardboard
Oh
for
my
Mallory's
God!
bed.
Stop. So yeah, we're trying, not that we're downsizing. The house is actually going to be larger than it is here, to be honest. But it's going to be everything I wanted and more. It's going to be where I want to be, and it's going to be significantly cheaper. And I feel like I can live a better quality of life there. One, because it's warmer out and the boys and I can actually be outside enjoying ourselves. But two, I don't have to stress like I do now. Yeah, we could do kayaks. We have kayaks.
Yeah.
So Matt,
Stand-up paddleboard.
oh, the farm. We drive past the farm all the time. We sold the new boat. It was like all the stars aligned, guys.
Everything.
We sold the new boat, and the boat actually sold for what we bought it for. So we actually made money off of the boat. We
Sold the
sold
land.
the other piece of land that we had in Plantation Lakes originally,
We broke completely even on that.
completely even on that. We got our 30K back that we put down on that, which is great because that's kind of
Yes.
what is finishing off paying. Because remember, we were supposed to get the pool here, which is $100,000, right? And then we needed another like $50,000 to buy the land cash. And luckily, we had 20 saved, and then we
Yeah.
got the 30 back from the land. So it topped it off, so we can buy the land cash because we didn't put the pool in here, and we saved that $100,000 from the sale of the Beach Haven West
Beach Haven West
Boulevard house. So it was like all the stars aligned, and everything worked out really well. We have the
Yo.
hotel to live in. So it'll be nice because we won't be like paying rent anywhere. And then all of that money, the $4,000 a month that we're saving on this mortgage, we're going to stash away for the extra things that we would like in the new house that aren't kind of listed in
And there will be plenty.
The cable railing
Yeah.
I want, that's like an extra $1,000.
frameless shower door.
The frameless shower doors, like another $1,000. So we're gonna have a nice buffer in there of things so that way we can take that money that we're saving and buy the extra things that we would like in that house without going over on the budget.
Right.
So I'm excited. We're eventually going to put a pool in South Carolina, but again, just like you guys, we have to save.
Yep.
So if we're able to save the money for the next 9 months, if we have a few great months, and we'll
Yep.
just take some money out of that and stash it away. Otherwise, we will just slowly but surely stash money away until we can have enough to put a pool and put like a nice patio, a built-in grill, all the things. Yeah, it really, Marlene, it really was like,
Yeah.
God put all the puzzle pieces together because it was like, we were like, well, how are we going to sell this? How are we going to sell
Yeah,
this? How are we going to
it's
sell
crazy.
this? And then
I was worried about the boat because I
the
didn't
house
have,
sold
like-
immediately. The boat sold
I was
immediately.
so stressed
Our
about the
furniture
boat.
sold immediately. Our land, and it's funny. We
Yeah.
sold this house after 12 hours. We were in attorney
Yeah.
review, and we got cash offers for like $1.2 million.
Yeah.
And we were just like, and I think we. And you'll see it because everyone knows Zillow, but I think it was like $990 that we sold the house for, and it was well over what we accepted. But I'm like, I got the good vibes from the people, who bought the house. Like, I feel like it's a good transaction. I don't get off of that.
Matthew?
I don't want to go, like, what did I say, Matt? Like, I don't want to get greedy and, go with somebody else and
Right.
F up the whole process. And they've been literally the
The
best.
best. Like, the best.
So
people we could ever
awesome.
sell our house
And
to.
they took all the furniture too. Who knows if the people who bought the house, that were offering 1.1 were even going to take the furniture. They bought all of the furniture from us, so we don't have to move anything out. It has really just been like the most
A dream.
seamless process.
Home
And
inspection.
we were like, maybe we should accept the cash offers, maybe not. We were like, you know what? No. The next day we got a full
day,
cash
same
offer.
day,
The
same
same
day,
day
same day.
we got a full cash offer on
the
the
land.
land that we were selling. So it was
just
literally like
boom, boom,
that
boom.
was the cash offer we
Yeah.
were supposed to get,
Yeah.
not for this. You know what I mean? So it was nice. So I'm excited. You guys will see the house literally from the ground up. You have
Yep.
already
Oh,
saw
yeah.
the floor plans.
Yep.
I will show you when the architect does all the 3D plans for us. This, where the ceiling fans, the light switches, yada, yada, yada. I'll show you guys all of that. I'll show you the interior design process. We did hire an interior designer down there. She has the best vibes ever.
Oh, yeah.
She comes out of the car like an effing ray of sunshine. She's like, hey guys! And we're like, I need that kind of energy in my life. But we hired her, so you'll see the design process. You'll see all the things I'm picking out for the house. And because we're going to be living down there, you will be able to see the house from the ground up, from the first shovel in the ground
right.
to the last shingle placed on the roof to the last paint being put on the wall.
That's
You will
absolutely
see
right.
all of it. We will see all of it. So I will keep you guys in the loop with all of it. I'm really, really excited. This is a new adventure, and I'm so lucky. And we're so lucky that Matt's able to. It's only a 45-minute flight up here, so he works 1 day a week. He works 5 days a week, but he only goes to work 1 day a week. So literally, you can book a 6 a.m. flight out of Myrtle. He'll be able to go to work for the day and come home at 7 o'clock at night.
Yep.
It's 45-minute flight. Like,
It's epic.
it's the best. So I'm really excited. It's literally all the stars are aligning. And it's like, we would have never done this if it weren't for COVID.
That's right.
So COVID actually, in some sort of way, blessed us. The build process should take probably, he said 6 to 7 months, but more on the 7-month side. I'm trying to get the dog away from the cat because he likes to mess with her. She's under the chair here. But he said 6 to 7 months, but more towards the 7, just because it's the same thing with him. None of these factories, hey baby, have enough product because they don't have enough employees to get the product, and there's not enough. It's supply and demand. Get out of there.
Maui.
No. So they're having the same issues. I mean, even my vendors, I'm having issues getting product into the warehouse because my vendors don't have enough people to package the product to send to us. It's literally just a whole freaking disaster. So yeah, 6 to 7 months. So I'm excited. We should be in by January, February. We should be shoving the shovel in the ground sometime in July.
Yep.
We close on our land on my birthday, May 6th. So it's really exciting. It'll be a really nice birthday present for me to not start my life, but start a new life. You know what I mean? Start a new exciting life with my family. Yeah, the kids will still be homeschooled. We just enrolled them for South Carolina homeschooling. You have to do certain